So Spring Boot అంటే Spring Boot is a framework designed on top of the Spring. Okay, already we have a Spring framework. The Spring framework, by using Spring framework, we can develop applications depends on our requirement. If it is like MVC based application, we can use Spring MVC model. If it is security, we can use security model or core model. Database access, DAO or JDBC model. So Spring framework, by using Spring framework, we can develop Spring based applications. Okay. On top of the Spring framework, there is one more module implemented. Okay, that module name is Spring Boot. What that means? Whatever the features are there in Spring, all features by default will come to the Spring Boot, because Spring Boot built on top of the Spring only. Okay, so apart from that, whatever the features are there in Spring, that automatically comes to Spring Boot, because Spring Boot is implemented on top of the Spring only. And Spring Boot has some own features. Okay, Spring Boot is in the design Spring mirror. So whatever features are in Spring, all features will be available to Spring Boot. On Spring Boot implemented that time, the developers implemented some new features as a part of Spring Boot. Okay, that new features we'll see later. Okay, first the definition, if write something. Spring Boot is a framework designed on top of Spring only. This is the first point. So Spring Boot is a framework designed on top of Spring only. Whatever features are there, in Spring, all are available in Spring Boot. Okay, what are Spring Boot features? Spring features. What are Spring features? In Spring, we have dependency injection, auto wiring, IOC container. Okay, there are many, not only these three. Along with this, we have some more features added in the Spring Boot. Those are Spring Boot specific features. What are Spring Boot specific features? What are Spring Boot specific features? So some of I'm listing here: auto configuration, embedded server, profiling, activator. These are new. This was not here in the previous Spring framework, because these are implemented in the Spring Boot. Okay, activator, and we have like starters, Spring Boot starters. Maybe there are many. This for now, this is fine. Okay, so what is a Spring Boot? Spring Boot is a framework. It is designed on top of the Spring only. That means whatever the features, whatever the concepts are there in Spring, all are available in the Spring Boot also. Okay, along with that, while designing Spring Boot, there are some new features introduced in the Spring. What are new features? Auto configuration, embedded server, profiling, activator, starters. Okay, there are many features are there. We'll discuss more on that. So learning of Spring Boot is nothing but learning all these concepts, Spring Boot specific features. Okay, we'll see the material. So what is Spring Boot? It is a open source framework. How it is a Spring also open source framework. The Spring Boot also open source framework developing Spring based application. Okay. Why we need to use Spring Boot? Anyway, we are developing Spring-based application only. Why we need to use the Spring Boot? If you use a Spring Boot, okay, we can develop Spring-based applications very fastly. Okay, very fastly because there are lot of boiler code problem is there in the Spring that is removed and put into as a auto configuration. So whatever the normal boilerplate code we are writing in the Spring, those will be automated in the Spring Boot. What are boilerplate code? What is boilerplate code in the Spring? So just for example, in Spring, to develop simple web-based application with database connection, what are different components I had to implement in the Spring Boot? Sorry, in Spring Boot. This I want to develop simple web-based application, simple login page I want. Okay, simple login page I want. That login page, once I have submitted, should go to database and compare the username password from the table. The username is password is valid, then success or fail. So this is simple logic I have to implement in a simple project. For this, what are the different things I have to implement? First one, I have to implement database connection. That means data source object. Data source object I have to implement that code at least 10 to 15 lines I have to write. Second one, in Spring MVC flow, we have to configure view resolver, handler mapping, dispatch servlet, okay. These are at least we need to write a code. So data source object, at least we need 10 lines of code. At least for a view resolver, maybe 5 lines. Handler mapping, maybe 5 lines. Dispatch servlet, this is 20 lines. Okay. Just see, this is a common requirement for every project. My project using the web and DB connection. So I need to write this many lines, 20, 30, 40 lines code. So some other project also using the database connection with the web project. They are also right. They need all these 40 lines of code. This is boilerplate code, right? To avoid these kind of issues. Okay. To avoid these kind of issues, Spring Boot came with some concept called auto configuration. It's automatically configured. Just tell my project is web based. My project is database connection. If you tell like that, automatically Spring Boot automatically configure these are 40 lines of the code by default. Just we have to use. We need to again write a logic for that. Database connection or user resolver, handler mapping, dispatcher, servlet. Okay. Like this, there are many things required, depends on our project requirement. Here my project requirement only web-based project and database connection. Tomorrow I have to implement security also, or transaction also, or AOP. If I want to use multiple things, I have to write many boilerplate code. This is a common problem for all the projects. To avoid that, Spring Boot automatically do the auto configure the object. Just tell my project is using web, my project is using database. So just tell my project is using web means automatically configure these 3 parts, last 3. If you tell my project using database connection, so it automatically configure data source object. Like that, Spring Boot do the auto configure the objects. Okay, how it is, we'll see one by one. We'll see the example one by one. It will take some time. And Spring Boot makes easy to create standalone or production grade applications. What that mean? So to create simple application on the Spring, it is a MVC based. The structure will be different. Okay, the structure will be different. We have to do lot of things, lot of dependencies we have to add in the XML file. On Spring, we use database connection. I have to have the another dependency file. There is any mismatch, version mismatch. Just now you saw it, Hibernate first application. There is some dependency mismatch is there. That is why application not running. That is the reason Spring Boot provides some more approaches. Starter concept. That starter concept automatically decide which are all required dependencies, corresponding versions required automatic download. Okay. In the Spring or Spring Boot Hibernate, we have manually provide the version for every dependency. But in Spring Boot, it is not required. Just tell Spring MEC, automatically corresponding versions will be downloaded in the Spring Boot, but not in Spring. Okay. And if you go for, it is telling the point, line number 8, Spring Boot makes it easy to create standalone or production grade applications. Okay, we can create any application, maybe desktop based application or MEC based applications very simply, quickly also. Okay, only one step is there. No need to write, no need to select the artifact ID, all these things. Simply will create Spring Boot application in multiple approaches. Okay, we are creating the project is simple. Okay, and also web application also we can run simply as Java application. So if you remember, I have single one doubt. If I develop one application which is based on web, how to run that? How to run that? Maybe this is MEC based application. How to run this? How to deploy into server? We have to convert this into WAR file. We have to convert this into WAR file. That WAR file we have to deploy into the server. That is a MEC based application. But desktop based application, how to run desktop application of Spring. How to run desktop application in Java. How to run Java -jar. Jar file name dot jar file. Okay, file name dot jar file. This is the way to run our desktop based application, simple application. On how to run web applications. First, create a convert project into WAR file, install server, install any server, and deploy the WAR file in server, start server manually, then access a application from client. Client means example browser. Okay. To run simple web application in Java, we have to follow all these steps. Okay. But if you use a Spring Boot, in Spring Boot, all applications run as a in Spring Boot directly you can run every application as a Java-jar, even it is web application or desktop application. I will show that also while discussing the Spring Boot application. That's the meaning of this point, line number 9. Okay. So what is the current version of the Spring? The current version of the Spring is 3.0 or 3 version majorly. Okay, we can write 3xx. The stable version is 2.7. Okay. Now see the what are different features will provided by the Spring Boot. Auto configuration already told. Opinionated started. Opinionated starters. Dev tools. There is no XML configuration. Complete with Java configuration only. The activator. That activator for functionality features. What are functionality features? I will discuss in the activator concept. Profiling. What is profiling? So this I will give overview about the profiling. So tomorrow we are going to deploy our application to production. Any change we have to do? Okay, today we tested in the UAT or integration. Tomorrow we have to deploy into the production. So by default it will work or not? Okay, I will give more. This is our application. It is pointing to our database. It is a database. This is a integration database or development database, but not a production. So by default, my code is pointing to the development database. Okay. Tomorrow I want to move to the production. Same code, I want to move to the production. If I move to the same code production, that code will be also pointed to the dev database only. Right? By default, it will find a dev database. How to differentiate? Whenever I deploy that code into corresponding environment, by default, that will point to that configuration. If I deploy into that development, that should be contact to development database. If I deploy into the production, that should be point to the production database. Should not point to the development. That is a way of implementation we can do with the. That is implementation we can do with the profiling. Okay. Embedded servers. What is embedded? What is meaning of embedded? Embedded means included into our project only. Included. Embedded means included along with that. Okay. So in a Spring MVC based application, what we are doing? The application after completion of the work, we have to export into WAR file, deploy into the external servers. But in Spring Boot, not required. Along with our code only, the server will become automatically. That means we no need to install the servers again outside. Okay, by default, our code also have the server. Just we have to run application. No need to deploy. Okay, there is no deployment concept here because our code only contains the servers. Okay, what are different servers will come along with the code? That will be, I will tell the embedded server concept. So we have embedded Tomcat, Jetty, Undertow. These are some embedded servers. By default, Tomcat will come. So want to change to Undertow or Jetty, you have to do some configuration. Okay, it is very good compatible with the microservices design support. Nowadays, the applications are designing with the microservices. What is the meaning of microservices? Instead of everything implementing a single project, the project will be divided into small components, where small component will call as a microservices. Okay, Spring Boot more compatible to develop microservices design support. Okay, these are some features about the Spring Boot application, Spring Boot component. Okay, in that the first feature of the Spring Boot is auto configuration. Starters. What are starters? What are starters? Spring Boot starters. So how we are adding the dependencies in the XML file, POM XML file. Same way, instead of the dependencies, direct dependencies. So this, if you use the Spring Boot starters, automatically Spring Boot starter decides which jar file needs to be downloaded. Okay. So in this project is MVC based Hibernate connection integration. So I need to know, okay, if I develop Spring based application, I need to know which dependencies I have to download. Even if I miss one dependency, it will not work. It will not work. So I should know what are all dependencies required to develop MVC and Hibernate. But in Spring Boot, just I will tell MVC, just I will tell Hibernate. Automatically, all these required jar files will be downloaded. All these required jar files will be downloaded. The corresponding versions, there is no conflict also. Okay, Spring Boot knows what version of jar files needs to be downloaded. Okay, this automatically decide. Okay, to do that, Spring Boot team divided the dependency into multiple starters. Okay, if I use one starter, the corresponding jar files will be downloaded automatically. So example, what is starter? Spring Boot starter is a collection of predefined dependencies. Okay, starter is a collection of predefined dependencies. It automatically contains the predefined jar files that easily included with our Spring Boot project. Okay, just to add one starter, automatically the corresponding jar file will be downloaded. Okay, it is a simple way to mention or to use jar files in our project. So what are some dependencies or some Spring Boot starters are there? So in that application, Spring Boot application, Spring Boot people provided some starters, predefined starters. What are those? Spring Boot starter web. If I tell Spring Boot starter web, automatically all these jar files will be downloaded into our project. Okay. If I tell Spring Boot data JPA, remaining jar files Hibernate related will be downloaded automatically. Okay, Spring Boot starter for test case purpose, not much use. And to know what are different starters are there, apart from this, just go to this link. Go to this link and see. See here about some starter information. So Spring Boot starter is a base starter. It is a base starter for the all starters. Okay, this is a core starter. See here description. Core starter. It includes auto configuration support and logging and YAML support or application provider support. All these will be available in the Spring Boot starter. It is a core. How it is a Spring core is a module. Same purpose. You can use the Spring Boot starter. If you use the Spring Boot starter, automatically Spring core related all dependencies will become into our project. Okay, just add this Spring Boot starter, automatically Spring core related dependencies will become to our project. Next one is Spring Boot ActiveMQ. ActiveMQ separate concept. AOP, Spring Boot starter AOP. What is that? We have a AOP module. AOP module related all the jar files will come to our project if you use the Spring Boot starter AOP. Okay, Spring Batch already told Spring Batch module is there for all the jar files. We can use the Spring Boot starter batch. Okay, cache data JPA for database connection. LLAP is security. Okay, Spring Boot data REST. To implement REST applications, we can use the Spring Boot data REST. Spring Boot starter JPA. What is Spring Boot data JPA? We want to work with Spring Boot JDBC module. Sorry, Spring JDBC module. We can use the Spring Boot starter JDBC. Okay, JSON. This is one Spring Boot starter mail. We want to work with mail integration into our application, Spring Boot application. We can use Spring Boot starter mail so that we can send mails also. Any mail, Gmail, okay, Yahoo, any mail we can send from our Java application. Okay, schedule purpose, parse, security already told. Okay, test already told. Timely validation, web is very important. To develop Spring MVC based application, just add Spring Boot starter web. Automatically, these jar files will become Spring core, Spring MVC. Okay, if you use Spring Boot starter JDBC or ORM, it will come Spring ORM related jar files. Okay, and also internet maintain the just version also. Just it will automatically download the version. That is about Spring Boot starter. So just will create a simple application and see about the starters. I'm creating new workspace for Spring Boot. So first next topic is how to create Spring Boot project. How to create Spring Boot project. Up to now we created the project based on Maven. Okay, if it is like desktop based application, we use what is the dependency is not dependency artifact we selected, right? I'm showing again. Just want to create simple Maven project. Okay, simple Maven project. How to create? Go to file, new project, Maven. Here we have to select a artifact ID. Okay, what is the artifact ID? Maven archetype -Quicksort. Okay, Maven archetype -web app. What is the purpose of Quicksort? So this is for to create simple Maven project. This is desktop based. So we want to create web-based application, use this one. Okay, to develop web-based application, we can use the Maven archetype -web app. Like that, how to create Spring Boot based projects, not about Spring, not about normal project. So there are multiple ways to create Spring Boot based project. First approach is start.spring.io. Go to browser, just type start.spring.io. Okay, this is a one website helpful to create Spring Boot based project. Okay, it will helpful to create Spring Boot based project. This is the first approach. So here I'm telling which type of the project, the Gradle project, a Kotlin project, or Maven project. I'm selecting Maven because I know how to work with Maven. Okay, if you know about the Gradle, you can use the Gradle support also. Next one is Spring Boot developing in Java. So I'm using selecting the Java language. Version, Spring Boot version, I told 0.3 is the latest version. Okay, 2.7 is a stable version. So I'm taking a 2.7.8. Group ID, what is group ID for our project? com.first app artifact ID first Spring Boot. Okay, first boot is fine. Project name first Spring Boot name. Sorry, first Spring Boot app. Okay, description not required. You can give. Okay, otherwise it will come. Spring Boot first app description. Okay, package name. I'm taking my own package name com.sb means Spring Boot. My own package name. Which Java version you want? Java version I want 8. So, or do you want packaging into jar file or var file? So, Spring Boot by default support jar file also. I'm taking jar file. Okay, these are up to here. The second part is dependencies. Okay, I'm going through again first part. Select the language Java, project type Maven, Spring Boot version 2.8. This stable version. You can select the latest also. Next one is group ID, artifact ID, project name. Okay, description, package name. This already you know. Packaging structure. I want into jar file. Okay, Java version 8. Now go to dependencies. What dependencies I have to add? My project is working with MVC. So I have to select a web. As I told here, my project is working with web. That means for developing web application, we have to add the Spring Boot starter web. So you don't have to type everything here. Just type web, automatically come. Web automatically come. Okay. Now I want to work with database also. To use JPA with database connection. What is that? Spring Boot starter JPA. No need to type all complete thing. Just type here JPA. It will come. JP dependency. Now click on the generate. Click on generate. You will create one project. Why to create first boot? Whatever I given artifact ready, same it will come to the as a project name. Okay. Now take this zip file. This is the project generated by the start.spring.io website according to our required dependencies. Okay, this one just import into your Eclipse. How to import? This is zip file, right? Maybe directly we cannot import. And take it into one folder better. Java training code, Spring Boot. Okay. Here just I want to extract. Okay, import project. Maven, it's typing Maven, right? That's why I'm taking existing Maven project. Root directory. Here, first boot, select this. Yeah, it will import to the our STS ID. Just give some time, it will download something while importing. Okay, whatever jar files you told. Yes, you told here web and JPA. If you told web and JPA, it will download many jar files. Okay, it will download many jar files. It's doing same. Just give some time. It will download and the file will be imported into our Eclipse correctly. Okay. Meantime, we'll see some more files here. By including all these appropriate starters, maybe any starter. Okay, you can easily add the required dependencies or configure application to least effort. What is the meaning of least effort? The word least amount effort means just add these dependencies. Spring Boot automatically taking care of the many things. What are those? Data source object creation, automatically create, view resolver, automatically create, handler mapping, automatically create, dispatch servlet, automatically create. Just we have to use these objects. Okay, just we have to use these objects. That is it. This final link, by including these starters, you can easily add required dependencies and configure application. Then it will configure with the least amount of effort. Okay, and one more specific or important starter. Important starter is there. So along with this, okay, along with these starters, one more important starter I have to discuss. This is the base starter, core starter. What is the Spring Boot starter parent? Spring Boot starter parent is a starter or project. By including this into our XML file, by default, it will be treated as a Spring Boot application. Okay, if you use Spring Boot starter dependency, automatically that will be Spring Boot starter parent. What the parent means? Every Spring Boot project is extending with a Spring Boot starter parent. Okay, how to make our project as a Spring Boot based project? Just we have to extend our project with the Spring Boot starter parent. What that mean? What that mean? Okay, so our project is just configured. Example is our project. No, to know this is not a Spring Boot based. Sorry, it is not a Spring Boot based. Okay, if you like maybe simply Spring based. So to make our simple not Spring Boot based application as a Spring Boot project, just we have to extend our project we just extend our project with Spring Boot starter parent. There is one project already defined by Spring Boot, that is Spring Boot starter parent. Okay. If our project extends Spring Boot starter parent, automatically our project become as a Spring Boot based project. Okay. If I extend our project Spring Boot starter parent, now my project can call as a Spring Boot based project. Okay. Now this is downloaded first boot application and see structure. This is common. Okay. SRC main Java, SRC main resources. I will tell about one by one folder. SRC test by Java. GRE 1.8 because I selected in the here I selected GRE 1.8. Where is that? Here I selected Java 1.8. That's why it came in as a 1.8. Now mainly see that POM.xml. This time somewhat new for you to understand. First thing, to make this project as a Spring Boot project, to make any project as a Spring Boot project, we have to extend that project as a Spring Boot starter parent. See that Spring Boot starter parent. Okay. If you remove this, this is not a Spring Boot project. This is not a Spring Boot project. That's why giving error. I don't know what is this dependency. Okay. If I extend our project to Spring Boot starter parent, every extend one project another project is parent tag. Okay. If I extend this first boot application with a Spring Boot starter parent, then only this first boot application is a Spring Boot application. Otherwise, it's not a Spring Boot application. Okay. That is the purpose. We need to extend our project with a Spring Boot starter parent. How do you extend? Extend is a tag. Okay. In that group ID is this, ORG Spring Framework Boot, artifact ID is this, and version is 2.7.8. Okay, 2.7.8 we selected in the here. That is why it is coming the 2.7.8. Okay, this is a way to extend our project to Spring Boot based project. Then our project become as a Spring Boot project. Okay, and remaining already you know group ID. Already we saw that our project group ID, artifact ID, our project artifact ID, and version. Okay, and name whatever name I given here. First Spring Boot app name will come same as description whatever given here. Spring Boot first app description will come. Properties Java 8. I selected Java 8 here. That's why it came as Java 8. After this, up to here is clear. Line number 18 is clear. Then we'll discuss starters. So what are this one? Dependency, ORG, Spring Framework, Boot, Spring Boot, Starter, Data JPA. Why this came? I selected here Spring Boot, Data JPA. The corresponding starter is this one. Spring Boot, Data JPA. If I ask Spring Boot, Data JPA, what will happen? First I comment for now, just to understand. Okay, then here see dependencies. See here dependencies. Commented. Open that Maven repositories. Sorry, Maven repository dependencies. And see what are different jar files are there. How all these jar files came. How all these jar files came. I told only to download Spring Boot Starter Web. Spring Boot Starter Web internally depends on Spring Core, Spring MVC. Okay, that is why they already downloaded Spring Core. Data JPA should not come. Okay, let's see. On Spring Core, Spring Starter. Okay, JDBC also came. Okay, let me maybe there is some cache issue. Cache issue. Fine. And see all these are required jar files automatically downloaded by the Spring Boot framework. Just I added one starter tag, simple starter tag. The starter, what are different jar files is dependent internally, those will be downloaded. We want to see this starter depends on how many dependencies internally, how many jar files. Just control click on this. Okay, control click and see this Spring Boot starter. This Spring Boot starter data JPA. First I will see web. Okay, if I comment data JPA and only enabled starter web, now see this starter web required all these jar files. Tomcat required, MVC required, okay, and expression required, Spring Core required, Spring Contrast required, because Spring MVC depends on Spring Core also. That is why all these jar files will be downloaded along with Jackson jar files. Why Jackson? To work with the JSON file. Okay, how to know the Spring Boot starter web needs to download all the jar files. Just click on this and see this Spring Boot starter web is internally depends on all these jar files. Okay, under tau, okay, web flux, okay, and see that web services for REST API. Okay, Selenium API not required. We not require for now. Person active, okay. Go top here, you can see something. Dev tools, active M2. Okay, so this is simple Spring Boot web dependency, Spring Boot starter web dependency depends on internally all these jar files. That is why just if I add simple one starter, automatically all these jar files will be coming. Okay, if you don't want any jar file, okay, so while working with Spring Boot data web, starter web, if you want to remove something, you can remove by using the exclusion tags. That is different story. It's okay for now. Now just I'm enabling this Spring Boot starter JPA. Now it will add some more jar files. See, it refresh automatically. Now it will add some more jar files related to database connection. Spring Boot starter JPA database, and somewhere we can see that data JPA, and we can see something on the JDBC also. Spring Boot starter JDBC. EOP beans, okay. Context of Spring data JPA, okay. Somewhere you can see JDBC also. How to check? You can go here, different hierarchy, you can search also directly. JDBC. See, Spring JDBC automatically came. Okay, Spring Boot starter JDBC automatically came. Why it will came? If we add simply Spring Boot starter JPA, the starter JPA internally depends on JDBC. How to check that? Just control click on that, and we can see somewhere JDBC. That means Spring Boot starter JPA depends on Spring Boot starter JDBC. Or maybe Spring Boot starter JDBC internally depends on something else also. How to check that? Just control click. See here Spring Boot starters, Hikari, Spring JDBC. So in the Spring JDBC application, in the JDBC model in Spring, we use this dependency. Already you know that we use this dependency, Spring JDBC model. Okay. Anyway, if we use simple starter, that starter is responsible to download all the corresponding jar files. Okay. Here I covered starter concept and Spring Boot starter parent also. To make our simple Spring project as a Spring based project, we have to add this parent tag. Otherwise, this project not considered as a Spring Boot. Okay. How to create Spring Boot application? The first approach is using the start.spring.io. Start.spring.io. Go here, select your requirement. My project is Java, Kotlin, Groovy. Okay, my project type is Maven, Gradle, version. Okay, Java version. All these things you can select. Click on generate. That will give you one simple zip file. That zip file extract and import into the our workspace. So we directly start work on a Spring Boot project. What is second approach? Second approach is Spring Boot CLI. How to work with Spring Boot CLI? Okay, in this first we have to download Spring Boot CLI software and setup in local system. Setup in our system. How to do that? Go to browser, Spring Boot CLI download. Okay, go click on first link. How to download? Okay. Getting started. We have somewhere I see the link how to download also. Download starter spinner. Where is this download link? Just give me some time. I'm checking. Let me check another approach. You can see here Spring Boot CLI 2.1.3 version. Click on this zip file. Just click on download. Okay, click on download. You downloaded. Go to download. This is the one Spring Boot starter CLI. I'm taking this into outside someplace. Software. Right click, extract. This location. Set environment variable. How to set environment variable? Already you know. Okay, system variable. Anything new? Spring CLI home. From this one class main also. Okay, I'll explain again. Command line spring. Spring. Okay, it's not coming. Spring Boot, this version bin. Correct. Is the path. Okay, setup is done. How to set up? I'm repeating again. Just go to this link Just go to the link and download that. Okay. Okay. Second step is extract and set up the path. Okay. Third step is create Spring Boot basic project from command line. What is the command? You can see in here only some commands how to set up projects. It is a simple command to set up a project from a Spring Boot. Okay. Going to here. So this is the command, right? I just modifying something. So I need web and activator. Project name is CLI boot project. CLI boot. Okay. Package name com CLI tutorials opportunity. Just copy this command. This command responsible to create a Spring Boot project. Okay. Just I'm entering here. Command line. Just take. Let's check the output. Okay, just see here demo.zip. You just created extract this one. Okay, it is extracted. Okay, sorry, it's not this. I click extract on import into the project, the demo project. How to import? Import my own project demo. Okay. This is by default given Gradle project. I have to select Maven. So how to select Maven? Use here like examples. Existing Gradle project. Next. Importing, taking some time maybe. Okay, so it is importing the project. That's right. Mainly I'm checking for how to create PLI project. Spring Boot CLI, make an example. Take more time. Okay. Okay. I'm trying another example, another project. Java version 8. Differences is where that is packaging jar. Simple, yeah. Okay, now run this. So download. Okay, it is create a simple application. Now go to the filing codes and boot. Extract this one. This is Maven based, definitely. Maven. Okay. Now import this one. Let me take some time. Wait some time to importing still. Okay, so mainly to create simple application by using Spring Boot CLI, we can use command line. Okay, by using command line also we can create a Spring Boot project. What are the steps? Go to the link, download the software, extract and set up a path that already you know, and create a Spring Boot based project from command line by using this command. This is example. Spring is a prefix to develop a Spring application. Init means create a project. So build type is Maven. Maven Gradle we have options. Java version 8. Whatever options we selected here, same thing we are telling. Just observe here. Type project type is Maven. Okay, version is Java 8. And dependencies whatever we selected here, Java maybe starters, JPA, web, all these things we can provide. If you want to provide multiple things, comma JPA. And packaging type, here we have packaging type. Last, I selected jar or var file. Same thing here, we can provide jar or var file. Finally, application name. Okay, that will be downloaded automatically. So if I enter this command line, this will create the corresponding Spring Boot project with whatever configuration we provided. Then first step is import, extract, and import into our project. This is the second way to create the Spring Boot based project. First one is startup Spring.io. Second one is CLI concept. So the note here is CLI approach also. CLI approach also internally use this link only. Just for proof, you can see here, whenever I enter command, here I can see users using service http start.spring.io. Same link it is using to generate a project. This is the second type. What is the first type? Directly going to the website and create a project. Second step is CLI. So instead of browser, without taking internet support, you can download or you can create a Spring Boot based project by using these steps. Okay. And third step is very simple. Third step is very simple. File new starter project. File new starter project. Then provide details. STS Spring Boot. Remaining, I'm selecting. jar file is fine, bar file is fine, both are fine for me. On Java 8 version, on some names here, you can give any name. STS Spring Boot. On next, in the next step, we have we have to select the dependencies or starter. I want to tell here one JPA repair for me. So JPA search for this, select this one. And next, finish. It automatically download and extract and import into our Eclipse IDE. This is the third approach. Okay. For third approach, from IDE only, we can create Spring Boot based project with our specified configuration. How to do that? File, next, new, yes, Spring starter project, then provide details, then finish. Okay, see here, I'm doing again. File, new, Spring starter project, provide all these details, click on next and finish. Okay, click on next, finish. Automatically, now IDE generate Spring. Okay, now automatically the project will be available in the IDE. See here, STS Spring Boot project. Okay, whatever I selected Java 17, that's why I see here Java 17. Okay, so manual approach I will tell tomorrow. This is more complex. Okay, but the more useful approaches are first and third. Okay, second approach and fourth approach no one will use. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is about today class. This is about today class.